types. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Missing with the hook. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally, we're about to go at it in the ring.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter, because the expectation from the thousands of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
Punches coming from every angle. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Shawn Porter just got rocked. And it appears the onslaught. Hold it right there. Uh-oh, Porter is on wobbly legs. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me your blood.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Smith in that last round.
You done all that.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round? Punch, counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. Catch and shoot. Good counter punch. Which fighter will say no mas? This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter-punchers are the best.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Perfect counter lands. Another scoring shot there. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Shawn Porter in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do different? And there's the bell for round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These two fighters are made for one another. Left counter scores. Got him there. Nice counter shot. A perfect counter shot. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. That counter punch caught him clean. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. You still want to fight?
Hold that thought. Dalton Smith on his way out, it seems. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Smith in that last round. Well, this fighter has been down twice. They've got to up their game here, or this fight is going to be over. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
And he scores with the counter. Nice work to block that right uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Shawn Porter in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. On to the 5th we go. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Missing with that right hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Perfect punch. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Nice counter punch right up the middle. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. They exchange punches. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Shawn Porter in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy. There's the bell for round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's a counter shot. Porter backing up after that heavy shot. And Porter goes down. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Listen to me. Are you okay?
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Well, look at this corner. Look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down. Make the most of the count. Get up.
I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you okay?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Beautiful counter punch. Do you believe what we're seeing? Nice counter shot. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Shawn Porter in that last round. Let's see how the corner handles their fighter here after being dropped twice. Here we go. It's round 7. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Holding nothing back here in the round. You'd like to see more jabs. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. You are ready.
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
He's got to waste time. Get a step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to call you. Walk.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Smith in that last round.
You're switching off.
Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Good counter punching. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Uh-oh, Porter is on wobbly legs. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Now they've got to...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. And that is that. It is a knockout. What a win. Let's see that again.
A shot from the gods took him out.
You are ready. You're out.
It happened. You saw it here live.